Thank you, Madam Chair. Thanks to both of you for being here, and thank you for the time on the phone. It was helpful to me. Ms. Mallory, I'm going to focus on you for the first 5 minutes, so you may be able to relax a little bit on the next round. As you know, obviously, CEQ plays a really important role in infrastructure review and approvals, and your current employer, the Southern Environmental Law Center, has been a high-profile litigant against numerous pipelines within the states that you're now going to have oversight of. When you joined the SELC, you said it was a, quote, perfect fit, unquote. When the Atlantic Coast pipeline was canceled, one of your colleagues was quoted as saying, quote, this risky and unnecessary project is on the scrap heap where it belongs and the decks are cleared, unquote. Do you agree with your colleague's sentiment, and is there at least one well-known pipeline project that you have ever supported?
Thank you, Senator Cramer. I really appreciate that comment because it goes to the heart of something that I think is important for establishing with you and the public in general, which is I take very seriously the role that I would play as a federal official serving the administration and in particular serving the American people. And I've had a really broad experience, as you've heard, of which has brought me in contact with and working with a number of different stakeholders over the past time. But in the job as the chair of CEQ, if I'm confirmed, my job will be focused on serving the American people and serving the President Biden's agenda. So those issues are no, they would not drive the way that I approached any particular issue.
Have you ever supported a pipeline? And if so, what differentiated that pipeline from the ones you didn't support?
In fact, as I said, in my life as a private practice lawyer, I worked with pipelines and helped pipelines get permitted as well. But you know, that was 20 years ago, and what I'm focused on now is serving President Biden's agenda.
Okay, great. So let's get to something real recent and current. The Dakota Access Pipeline, which, as you might imagine, is really important to North Dakota, begins in North Dakota, moves about 600,000 barrels of Bakken crude to market every day. Been operating successfully now for 4 years without any incidents. They were recently ordered to redo its NEPA, as you're probably aware. After it was built and safely operating, Judge Boasberg here in the District of Columbia ordered that the pipeline be shut down and required a full EIS to be conducted. Thankfully, the circuit disagreed, at least in part, with his ruling and realized that the folly in that decision was that it would be shut down, so it allowed the pipeline to stay in operation, thank goodness. As a reminder, the company did do an EA instead of an EIS, and now through this external litigation, they're forced to kick through shifting goalposts, and of course, it's litigation from organizations like yours. Despite what seems to me, and I think to most North Dakotans and most people with common sense, the insanity of all of this, you know, the real question comes down. Well, let's just say that both the company and the Army Corps of Engineers, the two entities most involved in this, of course, are complying with this EIS. I think everyone should understand that as ordered. Should you be confirmed, can you commit that the White House will not interfere with the timely progression of the results of the EIS? And I ask that question because we know there's a lot of pressure, political pressure, being applied to the White House and to the President himself to stop the Dakota Access Pipeline after these 4 years of successful operation. Can you commit that the White House won't interfere politically?
Senator, I can commit that I will carry out the President's agenda in making sure that there are decisions that are made are based on sound science and full integration of the information that we have about issues. And I'm happy to commit to you that if we move forward and I'm confirmed and this issue is before us, I'm happy to talk to your office about it.
Well, I'm happy to do that, except that the science is, and I appreciate your commitment to science. The EA was done, and it was done under the Obama administration and approved by the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, and the EIS is being done for all good scientific reasons. So I would hope that at the end of all that good science and discussion with my folks, that we could keep the Dakota Access Pipeline operating, lest we become dependent on other nations again. I think given the shortness of my time, I'll wrap it up there, Madam Chair.